Welcome to the Memory and History channel. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Meet Mary McLeod Bethune, a young teacher in Daytona, Florida in 1905. She became a powerful advocate for African American education and civil rights. Her dedication and courage transformed countless lives and left an inspiring legacy that resonates today. Here's a rare glimpse of Italian troops retreating near Stalingrad in 1943. This was one of World War II's most brutal battles, where thousands perished in freezing conditions. The image captures the harsh reality and desperation of war perfectly. Can you believe this? The Kennedys took a mirror selfie in 1954 using a 35mm camera. Jackie, John, and Ethel captured this playful moment long before smartphones existed. It shows America's most iconic family in a surprisingly relatable, candid way. This stunning 1890s portrait by Frances Sutcliffe shows a fisher girl from Whitby, England. Her simple clothing and direct gaze reveal the dignity and strength of working-class Victorian life. The photograph beautifully captures everyday resilience and grace. New York City erupted in massive celebration after Nazi Germany's unconditional surrender in 1945. Streets flooded with jubilant crowds marking the end of World War II in Europe. This historic moment represents hope, relief, and victory after years of darkness. April 14, 1910 marks baseball history. President William Howard Taft became the first U.S. president to throw out the ceremonial first pitch. The tradition continues today, connecting America's pastime with presidential legacy in this memorable Washington Senators game. A Japanese soldier operates a Type 96 machine gun during the war in China. This weapon was widely used throughout the Pacific Campaign. The image represents the brutal military occupation and conflict that ravaged China during World War II's Asian theater. An Afghan communist revolutionary stands in Kabul, 1984, wearing traditional clothing while holding an AK-47. This powerful juxtaposition of ancient culture and modern warfare symbolizes Afghanistan's complex struggle during the Soviet-Afghan War era. History frozen in one frame. The M1340 tank and crew from Italy's 132nd Armored Division, Ariete, in Libya, 1941-42. These soldiers fought in the harsh North African desert campaign. The photo captures the reality of mechanized warfare in one of WW2's most challenging theaters. Philippe. Halsman's iconic 1952 portrait of Marilyn. Monroe captures her timeless beauty and star quality. The legendary photographer created this stunning image during Monroe's rise to Hollywood fame. Her magnetic presence and vulnerability shine through brilliantly in this classic shot. The Sint Nicolaaskerk in Ghent, Belgium, photographed in 1900 and today. This stunning comparison shows how the medieval church has endured through time. While the surrounding city transformed dramatically, this Gothic masterpiece remains a testament to architectural heritage and preservation. James Abbey photographed the glamorous Dolly sisters in 1927, capturing the essence of Jazz Age entertainment. These Hungarian-American twins were international vaudeville sensations, known for their dazzling performances and extravagant lifestyle. Their sparkle defined the roaring 20s perfectly. Double amputee Ralph Neppel receives the Medal of Honor from President Truman in August 1945, kissed by his fiancée Jean Moore. This emotional moment represents incredible sacrifice, bravery, and love. Neppel's heroism and their devotion created an unforgettable, touching scene. A German bomber lies destroyed in London after being shot down in October 1940 during the Blitz. This wreckage represents Britain's fierce resistance against Nazi aerial bombardment. The Battle of Britain's intensity and destruction are powerfully evident in this striking photograph. Jewish refugees protest at Ellis Island in 1936 against deportation back to Nazi Germany. Their desperate plea for sanctuary reveals the immigration crisis and rising anti-Semitism of the era. This heartbreaking scene foreshadows the Holocaust's approaching horror and tragedy. The picturesque harbour town of Portree on Scotland's Isle of Skye showcases colourful buildings along the waterfront. This charming fishing village offers stunning natural beauty and Highland culture. The vibrant houses create a postcard-perfect scene against Scotland's dramatic landscape. Smarden, a quaint village in Kent, England, photographed in 1962. This timeless scene captures rural English charm with its traditional architecture and peaceful atmosphere. The village's character and simplicity represent a slower, more connected way of life from decades past. Circus elephants Kiri and many help move a wrecked car during post-war cleanup in Hamburg, Germany, November 5th, 1945. This remarkable image shows how animals assisted in rebuilding efforts after World War II's devastation. An unusual but practical solution to reconstruction. Challenges. The surrendered Japanese garrison from Rhode Island, assembled after transport to Guam on September 5th, 1945. This organized formation marks the end of resistance in the Pacific. Their surrender represents the final chapters of World War II, closing across remote islands. These magnificent brass heads from Nigeria date back to the 12th, 115th centuries, showcasing incredible African artistic achievement. The detailed craftsmanship demonstrates sophisticated metalworking techniques of ancient civilizations. These artifacts challenge misconceptions about pre-colonial African culture and artistry completely. This collection showcases the thriving Black American middle and upper classes of the 1900s. Despite segregation and discrimination, these families built successful businesses, educated communities, and maintained dignity. Their prosperity challenges stereotypes and reveals untold African American history. Bruce Davidson's photograph captures two nannies pushing baby carriages in England. 1960. This Magnum Photos image documents the era's childcare traditions and social dynamics. The composition beautifully portrays everyday maternal responsibility and the rhythm of mid-century British domestic life. Margot and Anne Frank photographed at their Frankfurt home in 1932, years before hiding from Nazi persecution. This innocent childhood moment, frozen in time, becomes profoundly poignant knowing their tragic fate. Their smiles represent millions of lives destroyed by hatred. Edward Steigen's avant-garde, 1926 photograph, two models wearing masks, pushed fashion photography's artistic boundaries. The mysterious masked faces create dramatic, sculptural beauty. This groundbreaking image influenced modern fashion photography and demonstrated photography's power as fine art beyond documentation. Marilyn Monroe promotes the polio vaccine in the 1958 March of Dimes campaign, posing with two girls. Her celebrity influence helped encourage vaccination during a critical public health moment. Monroe used her star power to save countless children from devastating disease. The first photographs ever taken of King Tutankhamun's tomb opening reveal treasures hidden for over 3,000 years. Howard Carter's 1922 discovery captivated the world and revolutionized archaeology. These images document one of history's most significant and exciting archaeological discoveries. Japanese prisoners surrounded by American soldiers on a war-torn city street, presumably in the Philippines. This powerful image captures the Pacific War's final stages. The scene represents the complex dynamics of surrender, defeat, and humanity amid conflict's chaos. 19-year-old Aretha Franklin rehearses with choreographer Charlie Atkins in 1961, years before becoming the Queen of Soul. This early glimpse shows her dedication and raw talent being refined. Franklin's legendary career was already taking shape in these practice sessions. The Old Town Hall in Blankenberge, Belgium, showcases stunning Flemish architecture. This historic building represents centuries of civic pride and local governance. The ornate facade demonstrates the region's rich architectural heritage and commitment to preserving cultural landmarks beautifully. Marilyn Monroe photographed. In October 1944, at just 18 years old, before Hollywood fame, she was Norma Jean Dougherty working in a factory. This early portrait captures her natural beauty before stardom, showing the girl who would become an icon. Pierre Jahan's haunting 1946 photograph, Death in the Statues, documents post-war Paris. The image captures removed statues during Nazi occupation, symbolizing cultural preservation and resistance. Jahan's work powerfully represents art's survival through humanity's darkest moments and eventual triumph. Marilyn Monroe gives Clark Gable a warm smile at John Huston's birthday party on August 6, 1960. This was during filming of The Misfits, their final film. Tragically, both legends would die within months, making this joyful moment bittersweet. The James Caird lifeboat departed Elephant Island on April 24, 1916, carrying Ernest Shackleton and 5 men on an 800-mile rescue mission. This desperate voyage across treacherous Antarctic waters saved 22 stranded crew members. Shackleton's legendary leadership created history's greatest survival story. This haunting 1892 Michigan photograph shows a mountain of buffalo skulls awaiting processing for fertilizer and bone china. Once 30 million roamed North America. By 1900, fewer than 400 remained. This devastating image represents ecological destruction and near extinction through systematic slaughter. The incomplete Italian battleship Impero sits moored near Venice, awaiting scrapping in 1948. Never finished due to WOC, this massive warship became obsolete before completion. The image represents wasted resources and Italy's naval ambitions cut short by defeat. An Italian bersagliere rides a motorcycle through Cyrenaica during the 1940 North African campaign near Sidi El Barani. This mobile infantry specialized in rapid deployment across desert terrain. The image captures the mechanized warfare revolutionizing military tactics during WW2s. Australian gunners positioned near Chateau Woods in Hooge, Belgium, during 1917's brutal WWI fighting. These soldiers endured horrific trench warfare conditions at Ypres. Their determination and sacrifice in distant battlefields contributed significantly to the Allied victory at tremendous cost. A steelworker's family gathers in their modest Pittsburgh kitchen during the 1940s. This intimate domestic scene reveals working class life during America's industrial peak. Their simple home represents millions of families building the nation through hard labor and determination. Hollywood legend John Wayne relaxes during his 1947 Acapulco vacation. The iconic actor enjoys downtime from his famous Western roles. This casual moment shows the movie star at leisure, proving even cowboys need tropical getaways and rest from the silver screen. A grocery store clerk works in Tallahassee in 1962, representing the everyday labor that kept communities running. Retail workers formed the backbone of American commerce. This snapshot documents the personal service and face-to-face interactions that defined neighborhood shopping experiences. Sacramento, California experienced a rare snowstorm on March 14, 1942, covering the city in several inches. The temperature dropped 12 degrees in 1 hour, creating the heaviest snowfall in 26 years. This unusual weather event surprised residents and created memorable scenes. Huddled in 90s Victorian men's fashion showcased formal elegance with tailored suits, waistcoats, and pocket watches. Every gentleman dressed impeccably with attention to detail. This era's masculine style emphasized sophistication, social status, and strict sartorial standards that defined respectable Victorian manhood. An old Welsh postcard features Catherine Thomas of Dolgellau in traditional dress. These ethnographic postcards documented regional costumes and cultural identity. The image preserves Welsh heritage and shows how communities maintain distinct traditions through clothing and customs across generations. Children play joyfully with corn on a Nebraska farm in 1944. Their carefree interaction with the harvest shows rural childhood where work and play intertwined naturally. Farm life taught children responsibility while providing freedom to explore nature's abundance firsthand, monthly. Food rations allocated per Polish citizen during the early to mid-1980s communist era. The meager portions reveal severe economic hardship and shortages under Soviet influence. This stark display illustrates daily struggles behind the Iron Curtain before communism's eventual collapse. Children beam with joy as donated Christmas presents arrive at their Detroit home in 1932 during the Great Depression. Despite economic desperation, community generosity brought hope and happiness. This touching scene captures charity's power to brighten lives during America's darkest economic period. In Bell County, Kentucky, 1946, two brothers perform their daily washing ritual in their rustic kitchen. One scrubs diligently while the other dries off carefully. This intimate photograph captures post-war rural childhood where simple chores strengthened family bonds and taught valuable responsibility. A Minnesota farmer's wife efficiently serves meals to hungry harvest workers in 1943. Her precise movements and dedication kept the agricultural workforce fed during critical wartime production. This powerful image honors women's essential, often overlooked contributions to sustaining America's farming communities. The Spring Garden Street Bridge frames the Philadelphia Museum of Art beautifully in this 1952 photograph. This iconic view showcases the city's architectural harmony between infrastructure and culture. Philadelphia's classical grandeur and urban planning create a timeless, majestic cityscape here. Public telephone booths line a New York City street in 1987 before cell phones made them obsolete. These glass enclosures were communication lifelines and cultural icons. The image captures urban life when people depended on payphones for connectivity and privacy. Women meticulously inspect and check beans at Seabrook Farms in New Jersey. 1954. Their careful quality control ensured food safety and excellence. This photograph documents women's vital industrial food production roles during the post-war era when agriculture became increasingly mechanized. Soviet tanks roll through. Budapest on November 4th, 1956, during the Hungarian Revolution's brutal suppression. This marked the T-54 tank and AK-47 rifle's first foreign deployment. The image represents Cold War oppression and the Soviet Union's violent crushing of freedom movements. The legendary San Siro Stadium in Milan. Italy during the 1960s captures football's golden era. Packed crowds watched iconic matches in this historic venue. The atmosphere and architecture represent when football was purely passionate. Before commercialization transformed the beautiful game, farmers paused for lunch served by their wives during Minnesota's 1943 spring wheat harvest. This brief respite shows family partnerships sustaining agricultural labor. Women's domestic support enabled critical wartime food. Production, while strengthening community, bonds through shared meals and work. A woman casually walks with a goose through New York City streets around 1928. This quirky scene shows unexpected urban-rural mixing before modern regulations. The amusing image captures city life's unpredictable moments when keeping livestock in Manhattan wasn't unusual. The royal mummy of Pharaoh Seti I, father of Ramesses II, displayed at the Museum of Bulaq in the 19th century. His remarkably preserved remains reveal ancient Egyptian embalming mastery. This powerful image connects viewers directly with Egypt's legendary rulers from over 3 millennia ago. A cowboy receives a haircut in 1909, capturing authentic Old West daily life. Personal grooming continued even in rugged frontier conditions. This casual moment humanizes cowboy mythology by showing ordinary routines beyond Hollywood's dramatic gunfights and cattle drives that defined the era. In 1816, Mount Tambora's volcanic eruption darkened skies globally, causing the year without a summer. Freezing temperatures destroyed crops, creating widespread famine. This catastrophic event even inspired Mary Shelley to write Frankenstein during her dark, confined summer indoors. A gentleman farmer proudly displays his hornless cattle to visiting women in Fairfield County, Connecticut, 1949. This agricultural innovation improved safety and handling. The demonstration reflects post-war farming modernization and rural communities, interest in scientific breeding, advances in improved livestock. A mother and young daughter from an Oklahoma migrant worker family photographed in California. 1939. With 6 children aged 2 to 19, they represent thousands fleeing the Dust Bowl seeking survival. Their weary faces reveal the Great Depression's devastating impact on rural families. A barefoot boy reads intently at his desk in a southeast Missouri school. 1938. His worn overalls and focused concentration reflect determination despite poverty. This powerful image captures education's value even amid economic hardship, showing how rural children pursued learning against overwhelming odds. A loving father gently helps his young daughter learn tricycle riding in 1951. His patient guidance adjusting her foot shows parental devotion. This tender moment captures timeless fatherhood, teaching, protecting, and encouraging children through small but meaningful developmental milestones with endless care. Teenage boys in Des Moines, Iowa used the hand-over-hand bat game to determine batting order in 1945. This friendly ritual preceded countless neighborhood baseball games. The democratic tradition shows how kids organized play independently, creating community through sports and fair competition. Robert Wadlow, history's tallest man at 8 feet 11 inches, stands in a St. Petersburg, Florida hotel lobby in 1940. His extraordinary height drew worldwide fascination. Despite physical challenges, Wadlow traveled extensively, becoming a remarkable figure who inspired both wonder and compassion everywhere. A poor mother and daughter from an agricultural laborer family sit outside their temporary shelter in Sequoyah County. Oklahoma, 1939. Bare feet, worn clothing, and rough surroundings reveal crushing poverty. Their solemn expressions convey quiet resilience amid the Great Depression's devastating agricultural crisis. Teenage boys play cards in a bedroom in Des Moines, Iowa, 1945. Surrounded by posters and personal decorations, they relax together naturally. Their room became a sanctuary for friendship, laughter, and teenage camaraderie during an era when simple pleasures created lasting memories. A worker hand-tufts a mattress at a San Angelo, Texas factory in 1939. Surrounded by striped mattresses, he carefully threads and secures padding. This labor-intensive craftsmanship preceded automated production. The detailed work represents skilled manufacturing traditions before mass. Production revolutionized furniture making completely. A woman multitasks fitness by reading while using the Slendro massager machine in 1947. This unusual contraption represents vintage exercise equipment's quirky evolution. The amusing image shows early fitness culture's experimental approaches before modern gyms and scientific training methods became standard. A daredevil balances precariously atop stacked chairs on a New York City skyscraper rooftop, 20 stories high. 1920. This death-defying stunt showcases the era's reckless entertainment seeking. The terrifying image captures jazz-age risk-taking before modern safety regulations prevented such dangerous performances. A female immigrant completes a puzzle during mental examination at Ellis Island, New York in the 1880s. Officials used such tests to assess intelligence and determine entry eligibility. This controversial practice reflects immigration's discriminatory history and the challenges faced by those seeking American opportunity. Farm children enjoy refreshments during a community dance in Pie Town, New Mexico, 1940. Cookies and juice-lined tables where homesteading families gathered for music and companionship. These social events provided crucial breaks from isolated rural living, strengthening community bonds through shared celebration. A barefoot farm girl leans against a wooden wagon in Morganza, Louisiana, 1938. Her patterned cotton dress and steady gaze reflect rural Southern life's simplicity. The photograph captures Depression-era agricultural existence where strength, dignity, and resilience defined daily survival despite overwhelming economic hardship. A woman shops for a corset with a sales clerk's assistance at Crowley Milner department store in Detroit, Michigan, 1941. This intimate retail scene shows pre-war fashion necessities and personalized service. Department stores offered expert guidance on undergarments that shaped women's silhouettes according to era standards. A sharecropper family stands outside their weathered wooden home in Hale County, Alabama, 1936. Parents and children in simple clothing and bare feet represent Southern tenant farming's harsh reality. Their dignified poses amid poverty document the enduring strength of families surviving exploitation and economic injustice. French designer Louis Réard unveiled the first modern bikini at Paris's Piscine Molitor on July 5, 1946. Nude dancer Micheline Bernardini modeled it after professional models refused. Named after Bikini Atoll's nuclear tests, this revolutionary swimsuit shocked society and transformed beachwear forever. An early food truck from 1919 shows mobile food service's humble origins. This vintage vehicle brought meals directly to workers before modern food truck culture exploded. The photograph documents how street food entrepreneurship and convenience dining began evolving over a century ago successfully.